Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Hope you guys are well. I'm seeing the chit and chatter on the group. Good, man. That's so good to see. It's good to see you guys as well. I'm seeing the guys make profits, and I'm seeing the guys are happy. Chappy, Cheryl. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it. Hope you guys had some good sleep. All right. So let's see who we have on. It's Friday, guys. Great weather. I'm not so sure what's happening in other parts of the country. I can't check on my app, but I mean, that will just take long, so I can just ask you. So wherever you are, Western Cape, Eastern Cape, if you're in another country, tell us. It's all good. I'm in Gauteng, and the weather is great here in Pretoria. We have some good rain coming by the sounds of it. By the sounds of it, I don't know what part there where you are, like, where in the because you're by me, Montana. I'm in Montana. There's some cloud that's hanging, So I see that Fani says Val rainstorm ending garden route. All right. Sean's Uncle Sean. Hey, Uncle Sean, beautiful day in Cape Town. Always flexing, eh? And Jethro, I see you also a flexer there. Always flexing about Cape Town, yeah. Vietnam, no, on a Friday. I'm seeing happy chappies, man. Happy chappies. Is it the prophets of yesterday? Because that's what Cheryl is saying. What's the other guy saying? Cheryl, I hope the little one is okay. Mine is okay. He's cool. He's cool. Just thunder and clouds, ash. Like, watch out, man. The storm might just come. Yeah. Yeah. Queenstown is better today. All right, guys. You wonder, Ash, why aren't we getting started yet? Guys, I like to touch base. You guys know, let's just chat just before we start. All right, and I'm seeing you only once today, so I'm gonna try and get in as much as I can with all you great people. And then obviously, guys, as the chit and chatter is going on, because it is a trading room, it's not only for trading, it's for chatting and so make your comments, send your chats, say hi to someone. That's cool. But note also in that we are licensed, we are FSP, licensed FSP, it's quick trade, and we are licensed over-the-counter derivatives provider as well, guys. Dieter, good to see you there. Good to see you there, good sir. Ruan, Heinrich, I see you went into the GBP CAD there. Good. We're going to check that one out in a couple of minutes. And guys, don't forget, I am a registered rep under supervision. I'm authorized to offer advice. This is critical. You must deal with the legalities when someone gives you advice. Yes, I got it, Mafikeng. That's Lesego. I saw some profits on Lesego as well. There's someone else. Angel also made some profits. Beautiful. I'm seeing all of these comments, guys. I'm checking them. Beautiful, guys. Like, we can't ask for two sessions. Hey, the NFP would have been a crazy one, but we're gonna see. You never know what happened, isn't it? So with the market, you don't know either. Anything can happen, yeah. Uncle Sean there. All right, trading signal looking. What's that? MEH? Maybe just let me know. All right, what that means, then, Uncle Sean. Maybe I'm missing it. All right, and then cut off for withdrawals, guys. Mondays to Fridays. That's 1,500 hours, and Saturdays at 9 a.m. And then lastly, here's a reminder of my slides. Remember, it's the 4th of November. Don't forget these phases. We've been in them. We're going through them. They're not going to change. If they change, we should just then, follow what the new phase is. But for now, the phases are pretty simple. It's pretty clear. It's right there. All right. So man means okay. All right. Sorry. So doesn't a sheep do that? Doesn't a sheep do that? All right. So don't forget these phases. They are everywhere. All right, guys. I'm ready to rumble, man. We got 50 guys on. We should have more guys on, but load shedding has really messed with the fluctuation and so forth. Yeah, okay, Uncle Sean, I'll give you that. I will definitely give you that. All right, are you guys ready to push? I'm ready to push. I want to get into it. We had a very interesting session yesterday, and we had a mixture of dollar strength, dollar weakness. Everybody with me? We had a mixture there, and we want to go and check out and see where is it leaning towards? What are the guys thinking? All right. Let me go. Joburg is raining. There's Tabi saying, beautiful. It must move this way here. For that trade. Hey, you know what? Heinrich, that's a very good one, man. I don't believe in luck, though. I don't believe in luck at all. All right. That's one thing I don't believe in. Some guys will say, but you create your own luck. There's different views. Faith, more faith, man. Faith. That's my word right there. Faith can be man-made if you want it. All right. So we're looking at the dollar index, my good people. Look at this. We've hit a resistance at 112. Everybody with me? We've hit the resistance. Now, because it's NFP, I want everybody to pay close attention. All right. We want to be clear about today because we're going to monitor this, obviously, when the NFP is released. Everybody clear with that? Jeff, Clive, Kimmy, everybody's clear, right? So we want to be clear in what we're seeing so that when we monitor it this afternoon, then we check it out. So the first thing is that when you look at the monthly frame of the dollar index, we're going to the overall momentum first. We're now looking to see whether we could see some more downside here if the dollar weakens. All right. And there's more guys joining. So I'm just making sure that everyone's on. USA banks bought euros or something before markets open to stabilize the dollar. That could be possible. Uncle Sean, remember the dollar is definitely fluctuating. It's a different beast. We've seen volatile movements for the past 3 to 4 months. And you can also see it in the technicals as well. All right. But now what's very important about this, the overall momentum here, we have had a very strong thrust up here. Can you guys see that? So don't forget the thrust from this area here. Hold on. From there, that was May 2022. Can you guys see this? We have pushed up with dollar strength for how many months here? Can you see that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm just giving you a rundown here, a nice overview. All right. So we have, for more than 6 months, we have pushed up. In the 6 months, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to look at this very carefully. We've had 2 areas of support. The support is then displayed by the bearish candles. All right, everybody. All right, look at this. In that movement up, that thrust, please note, when I contract this chart, I've spoken to you about the phases many times before now, and I said the phases just before we started. So if I do this from a momentum perspective, I put that line chart on. Watch very carefully now. All right. I want to make, actually, guys, you know what? Let me ask the question. Is everybody present? Is everybody's watching? I'm going to give 14 seconds for everyone to respond. Because I mentioned to you guys, there's one thing that I'm obsessed about is the teaching component, to make sure all of my guys are here and they are present. All right. It doesn't help you have 50% this distraction there and the 50 you're trying to listen. You're not building a strong case like that. So thank you very much for all the great and quick responses. This is beautiful to see. Absolutely stunning. All right. So here we are. And I'll watch very carefully. I've put my line chart in. I have drawn in an area there of resistance. There's resistance, resistance, resistance. We broke it. So we broke the resistance and we had a very strong thrust to the upside. Now that thrust that we had 2 areas of notable support. It was here and we at the second one at this moment in time. Why is it more notable now from an overall perspective there, Henny? It's because we see the color red. Are we together? Was there a support somewhere here? Yes, there was. There was a support. Is everybody clear? But the support that we should focus on is where the red candle is. Why? Because that becomes a major area of support. This is support, but it's not major. What makes it minor? Because price sliced through it again. Is everybody clear there? So what makes these 2 notable, the colors, because there was significant profit taking at those zones. There was significant profit taking at those zones. The red candle gives us that data. Remember what you are doing here, you are trying to find and pull data on the charts to give you a more clear understanding of direction. So all these things that I'm mentioning, I hope you're writing them down, because these are the little things that people seem to forget. Have you guys seen when you are trying to do an engine? And most of the time, look, I'm not a mechanic, but I can definitely tell you there's been things wrong with my car that I thought was the block. I thought it was big stuff. And then the mechanic, when I take it into the dealership, they'll say to me, no, it was a small thing, man. You had spark plugs or whatever, small little things that was a problem. Are we together, everybody? So the little things people tend to forget, and they don't write them down because it's not a major thing. And so what they find is they forget it, and then they make a trade or put a position in, and they forgot to say, listen, this was a notable area. Why did I sell it all the way down? It was a support. That support is above that support, above that support, above that support, above the support. That red there is, look at this as we go up, that red area there is above that support. So if you sell this down, you need another red candle beneath this entire construct here to go down to the next red one. From a momentum perspective, is everybody clear? Yeah, talking about that, like, you still, what's there? Has it been fixed? It's Cheryl. She reminded me. All right. So everybody's clear with the construct, because it's like building steps now. Does it make sense, everybody? It's like building steps. So you need to get down to a specific area, but you need to go through a certain amount of steps to get there. So now we can see that we have a thrust up, but there hasn't been a notable retracement yet. Is everybody clear? That retracement, you can see, hasn't come through on the monthly. Now let's go to the weekly. All right. The weekly, you can see that these support areas are also well above one another. This construct is beautiful if you look at it. Can you guys see this? This is art here, because there you see the green, the red, there's green, there's red, there's green, there's red. But more so, look at this, more so, every red support area is above the other, which tells us the steps are being, hold on. Jeff, something tells me you like the art, Jeff. Something tells me you love the art here. All right, look at this. There, the steps. Can you guys see that? So they are well above each other, creating higher highs, higher lows. Is everybody clear? Now, for us to move past this area, we needed either interest rates, are we together? We needed something political, something economical to push the price from where it is up. Is that clear? At this point in time, there's nothing that has been that powerful that's pushed us above. It's been a couple of weeks now. How many weeks? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the 7th week. 7th week. Is everybody clear? It's almost 2 months that the dollar has struggled to reach that high. Is everybody 100% so far there? So which means now we cannot expect after 7 weeks all of a sudden, all right, the dollar should just break out completely on one announcement. Does that make sense, everybody? It's going to need some time to formulate data and push up, just like it did at these areas over here, all right? So everybody's 100, everybody's with me, everybody's understanding that, right? So monthly, weekly, we are sorted. Let's move down one more time frame, and then we will push forward. Daily now. We're not even worried about the hour, guys, because the hour is just a detailed view of what is happening on the higher time frames, all right? On the daily now, we are seeing a bit more detail to say, okay, all right, we have not gone past that support. Hold on. We have a high, we have a lower high, we have another lower high here. We have a high, a lower high, another lower high here. Why is it a lower high now? Because we've not broken past these two areas. If this pushes past, we have a new high. Is everybody clear there? If we push from here today all the way up, there's a song like that, I heard it before, all the way up to there, are we together? This becomes a new high. Is everybody there? Yeah, there's a song like that, man. I heard it there. I can't remember who the artist is, but anyway, that becomes a new high. Now, what's very important here, around 115, I agree with you, Henny. Around, okay, thanks, Laik. All right. Henny, about 115. All right, good sir. So 115, we create a new high. So everybody knows where we are. Now, if the NFP comes through for us today, which we are actually, guys, remember, we are actually pro-dollar. I even buttoned up my shirt here. I always button up my shirt, but I kept it buttoned up, just to show that I'm pro-dollar. This is my pro-dollar sign, all right, Teresa? I'm pro-dollar, all right? And I still think we're going to see a stronger dollar in the future. Are we together? It's not ended its peak from being the global reserve currency. But today, and Jacob was asking a very important question there. We've had a mixture yesterday because I asked the question. I asked, all right, so where are we? Is it pro? Is the anti? And there was a mixture. I told the guys I am a little bit weak on the dollar today. I think we're going to see a weaker dollar. All right, I think we're going to see a weaker dollar. But remember, it's the market. Anything can happen. We've not been wrong previously. And I said to the guys, we're not going to get cocky. We were correct with stronger dollar, weaker dollar, NFP, etc. in the past for a couple of months when I was doing the trading room. Are we together? But we're not going to get cocky and say that all of a sudden, we are 100% correct all the time. Iets kan gebeur, say ons in Afrikaans. I don't know how to say it in Sotho or Zulu. I wish I could say it with such flow, how I do English. But anything can happen. Just like if you go out into the rain, you can get a heart attack. Is everybody clear? Is everybody clear? Anything can happen. That's me metaphorically saying that, all right, like if you step out of your house, you're not going to come. All right. There's guys that will step outside of there and they won't return tonight. All right. That's a nice extreme one for Friday. All right. Everybody clear? So we're seeing a possible weaker dollar. Not only is there lower highs, but it's created a low. And it's created, Jethro, a lower low. Do you see that? Now, more so, phases, cycles, all right? Cycles. This is the first low. We create a lower low. That becomes a retracement to that high. I'll say it again. This lower low has a retracement of a few days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, a whole week. Is everybody clear? A whole week there. That becomes a lower high to this lower high. Is everybody with me there, guys? Yeah, it's on a Monday, W. It's on a Monday. All right, guys. So this becomes a lower high. And so if we have a worse than expected result today by the book, remember I spoke about the book yesterday. I said by default, we should get certain things. Price should move in a certain way when these results come, but we've seen in the past it's not always the case. By the book, we should then get the dollar coming down here. We saw a weaker dollar on Wednesday, interest rate decision. It was 75 basis points, 0.75%. Are we together? There were some remarks I said to you there at the end with the question and answers or Q&A with Jerome Powell. Have you guys seen now what Jerome Powell looks like, by the way? Let me ask the question. Have you guys seen? If you've taken, just a moment to go and check, it's good to put a face to a name, yeah? If you don't know, go and check it out, all right? So you can see who's making these comments. He said that it's premature to assume that, paraphrasing, but the word premature is accurate, to assume that we are going to slow down the rates for now. Inflation is still high. We could go to 5%. Is everybody clear there so far? So that tells us now that we're in between two places. That makes that anything is possible now. Is everybody there? But based on what is happening technically here, we're seeing a little bit of a weaker dollar to possibly come down to the zone over here. And that's not really that much, 112, 110. It's not that much. Does that make sense? So we're seeing that happen. It happened on Wednesday. We saw a wick there. Can you see the wick there? Coming down, but going back up again. Coming down, but going back up again. So we could see something similar. And if I go to the 1 hour last time frame, just to show you the wick, look at that wick there. That's what happened on Wednesday. We saw the wick really leave some form of imprint. So guys, we could see us pushing down to go and correct that wick and then possibly push up again. Is everybody clear with the technicals here, ladies and gentlemen? And remember, if we go down here, This simply means it doesn't mean it's a lower low. It still becomes a higher low according to this area over here. Does that make sense, everybody? So have we found a possible support of this lower low? Maybe. All right, Henny? Maybe. Uncle Sean? Maybe. Chuma? Maybe. Marius? Maybe. Teresa? Maybe. Jeff? Maybe. Is everybody with me? So let me quickly ask before we go to MT5, who is pro-dollar? Who's anti-dollar for this afternoon here? Let's just see what the guys are saying. I'll go to the MT5 in the meantime. I want to get another sample, as Teresa would put it. You know, in science, you got to get many samples, right? I'm just getting some more samples here. Pro, that's Fiso. Jakes is confused. All right, no problem. It's also not a bad place to be. Confusion is not a bad place to be. Strong dollar will be weak, I'm sure. Uncle Sean, I love the words. I'm sure. All right, interesting. I see we have a fence sitter there in Cheryl. But Cheryl, you were also a fence sitter the last time. I remember you were also a fence sitter the last time. There was many people, they changed their minds. They went from weaker, they went to strong, and then the opposite happened. So we're going to see. We're going to see. Gerard, good to see your face there. Ash, good to see your face. Sonia, good to see your face. Anton, beautiful. Cello, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right. You see, Lesejo, that is not a black and white answer because that's subjective. All right. If you think the dollar is going to go weak, then obviously you're going to sell the dollar. If you think it's going to go stronger, you're going to buy it. Are we together? And if you don't know, you're going to sit on the fence like Cheryl and not participate in the dollar at all. Are we together? All right. So if you're unsure, rather let's do what Cheryl does. Just sit and wait. Just wait for it to. Is there anyone else that's joining Cheryl on the fence? Let me just see if you have any guys there with you, Cheryl. Who's joining Cheryl there on the fence? And Lorenzo, you know what? I was actually thinking, Uncle W, you would say, "Can I be brandy?" And I can even slate. Just get some bread and then you decide, all right? But even then is subjective, all right? It's subjective. All right. So guys, let's push, man. I'm really amped. I'm pumped. Let's get that NASDAQ. Let's see what's cracking. And then Marie's also on the fence. Okay, all right. So Cheryl, you're not alone. Jakes is there. Gerard is there. The big G. Heinrich as well. Okay, all right. Okay. No, it's fine. We're gonna see. Let's push, guys. Let's get to that NASI. We are seeing from a daily perspective. Let's look at yesterday's movement. It pushed down very nicely. And I said to you guys, if we see a stronger dollar, there is a trade available. All right. And again, the obscurity is seen here. The dollar has stayed at that specific area. Are we together? But here we can see this one is pushed down. Now the question is this a precursor? Is this a precursor? Is this a prelude? All right. We don't know. We can only make an assumption. All right. Now, if we do get a stronger dollar, we could see some downside here. And I said, I don't want to leave you guys hanging. So please write these areas down. If we get a stronger dollar, there's a possible trade for the sellers in the NASI. All right. 10,689 to 10,353. Please write that down for me because you can monitor that. Are we together? Monitor it when the results come out. And if there's a trade, if you'd like to take the trade, you are more than welcome. Now, in this specific zone, is there anyone that agrees we could see a little bounce here because of that dollar weakness? Maybe we're just manifesting it, we're manifesting it, we're talking. A little bit of a bounce here, Maybe we'll manifest it to all the big banks and all the big institutions, the insurance companies and hedge fund firms, etc. It's a little bit of a bounce. That little bounce can maybe take us to about 500 pips. A distance of 500 pips, all right? Are we together? 11,000, yes. So we manifest that, okay? But to the guys that is not into that, all right? 10,689 breakout zone, and then 10,353 exit zone. You know what, Henny? To be very honest and direct with you on that one, let the news settle down. It's the best way to find quality, because in that moment, if it's moving up and down, you can't do nothing. You can't stop it. You can't exactly catch the wick and say, stop moving now, isn't it so? You just got to wait for it to die down. Yes, even on a Sunday evening is brilliant. Sunday evening is brilliant as well, because there is some news that happens, all right, over the weekend as well. Are we together? There is some news that also happened over the weekend. So I'm not saying that the markets are open now. No, I'm saying that once that news is done, are we together? Then at least you know where the market is standing, so that Monday you don't get big surprises. Remember, it finishes off on Friday. Are we together? But the time zones are different. The Americans, they close later. By that time, we already what? We already maybe at 9 p.m. on a Friday, we out with our friends or with family. We're not looking at the markets. Does it make sense? So by 11 p.m., markets are closing. You come back 2 a.m., you missed everything of what could have happened in 2-3 hours when you were away. So on Sunday, now you pick up on what happened late Friday night, and you sit with surprises when it comes to Monday. All right. Everybody clear with that, guys? Skip the Sunday naps. Like, no. You know, I think that's a tradition for South African. You have to have a Sunday nap. You might at least an hour refuel. Just an hour. All right. Let's move on. Let's move. S&P 500. S&P 500. Guys, look at this rejection here. I'm going to zoom in. And can you see where it's rejecting? That wick there, that high there. 3701. Now, the bounce can come from here. It can, because it has not retraced yet. So be very careful today. Everybody clear? I did make a comment this morning, and I said it to you guys yesterday. I said, guys, I think there's a possibility these guys are going to want to try and reclaim some profits they lost on Wednesday. Because Wednesday, the spikes kicked a lot of people out. Are we together? So they might want to do a bit of, and we're going to call it, Roger actually mentioned it, revenge trading. Be careful. You want to take revenge in the market, you'll skin yourself alive. Are we together, everybody? You'll skin yourself alive. Leave it alone. Fight another day. All right? Fight another day. Let's go to Dow Jones. Big index. Look where we are. We closed. I'm going to use the shorter time frame here, guys. I'm going to use a shorter time frame because the daily is not giving us what we would like. Right over there. 31667. So take note of 31667. And you can see we haven't even gotten close to it yet. Now, the only challenge I have here, I'll be very frank with you guys. Look at this. We are currently there. That's where we're rejecting 100%. Look at that, at 3194. Now, we still have a couple of hours until the NFP. If we get some more candles beneath here, all right, there's already a close beneath, yes? Are we together? But look at that wick. There's a chance that we could go back and correct that wick as well. So be careful of these unfinished business areas. Everybody clear with this, guys? Are we together? Check Uncle Sean's. I'm not going to say that on YouTube, you know. Uncle Sean, I'm just going to leave it alone. Let's go to Brent. Mr. W. I don't know what that acronym is there. Just let me, maybe I'm missing it. You know, the guys on YouTube, they can't see these things. They must come and join the trading room. I don't know why they're taking so long. All right, let's go to Brent. Where's EJ? I can just imagine Mr. W's voice with it, you know, a nice toppy voice, you know. All right, look at this, guys. Brent, EJ, here's your oil, good sir. Brent, we pushed up 93, but we are still at that resistance. Remember, smaller security in terms of size. So you have to really wait for it to push up from crazy areas to get a good risk and reward, unless you're doing big volumes. All right. From here, to there is only 28 pips. So if you're doing big volumes, great. If you're doing smaller risk volumes, 0.01, 0.02, the 28 pips might not be your thing. Are we together? That's very, very important. WTI is obviously correlating together with Brent as always. All right. They might be at times looking a bit different, but they do move together. Is everybody with me here? All right. Generally, look at this price here. We are at, hold on for me, 89. Brent is generally ahead. Can you see it? It's just over the 95 area. WTI is at 89. Is everybody with me, guys? Everybody with me? Everybody with me? All right. So, guys, what's important about this, though? Let me just do this quickly. Hold on. Let's just do this. I'm starting fresh here. And we are currently at this zone here. Can you see that? We're at that zone from a daily perspective. The next zone you can clearly see is this area here. We would take it up to about 97. Now, from a weekly perspective, that's the only area that we actually go into. Do you see that, everybody? Is everybody with me? So from here to there is only 77 pips. So we're not that excited about this. All right, everybody? We're not that excited about this. But this wick is a problem. Can you see the wick there? That wick is a problem. All right. Everybody clear? Can I move? Is that okay? Can I move? All right. I'm seeing there's a lot of love. Hey, thanks, Andrew. All right. It's the feeling is mutual. I'll put it like that. Yeah. All right. Let's push, guys. Let's go to those dollar pairs. Let's go to those dollar pairs. Let's go and see what is cracking here. USD Swiss franc. Can someone just give a round of applause for accuracy? Or please, can someone give a round of applause for accuracy? I mean, honestly, guys, look at that high. Jethro, look at that high there. Did we not analyze this, Clive? We said it can touch that high and then possibly come down. Look at the accuracy. This is where the confidence is built, guys. This is where the confidence is built. People ask, so how do you build confidence in trading? It is in the analysis. If you start seeing your analysis pan out, it's not in the profits. You don't build confidence in profits. No. Profits is a reward. Are we together? Of confidence that you get through the technicals, information, being informed. Does that make sense, everybody? Profits is just that, yeah, are we together? Because you can't say it is confidence, because if you make 50,000 today and you lose 50,000 tomorrow, you're down in the dumps. Does that make sense? You switch off your laptop. I'm never trading again. It's done. Because klar. Are we together? I don't want this thing anymore. I don't want it anymore. It's the truth. I know a guy, and I told you, well, a few, but I like to use him because he lost 200 Rand. And he said he's not trading ever again. Are we together? And this was 7 years ago. 7 years ago. Now imagine he had kept at it consistently. Are we together? Consistently. How much time would he have had now to make up and make more than 200 Rand? Does that make sense, everybody? It's so important. So confidence is built through seeing stuff like this. We had the high. We said, guys, this is the area we could go up to, and it actually went, and it's resisting. Are we together? Now, who can tell me why we could see? I don't know if you can hear the thunder. It's beautiful. I don't know if you can hear it in my background. I don't know. Did you guys hear it? Was it W heard it? Is that why you are? All right. So, guys, this is an area of rejection. If you take the crosshair, look at this. Look at the touch. To all the guys on YouTube, look at the precision of price. Can you guys see this? The precision of price. Can you guys please write this down? Go and study, just this weekend, do a study on the precision of price. The precision of price. Even people that market to you, $20.99. Go and look at the precision of price. Why it's so important to understand how precise price is. It's one of the most precise things you can ever think of. Are we together? Apart from if you raise dogs, whether they family or not, they're going to have like a litter of puppies. A litter? Is it a litter? Yeah, a litter of puppies. Is it a litter? Whether they family or not, brother and sister or not, it's accuracy. You can predict that all the time. Am I right there? Am I right? It's a notable thing. It's accurate. It will happen. Is everybody clear? Price is another thing that is so accurate. All right. Look at that. It stops right there, rejects at the same place. The only difference, this is a candle now. That's a wick, this is a candle. But if you go into that wick over there, you're going to find candles anyway. Does that make sense? If you go into shorter time frames, you're going to find candles. So this then becomes a high that has not been violated yet, which tells us it's a rejection area, which then connotes that the NFP might just go for us or towards us that's going weaker. You know, we're going weaker, dollar. Does that make sense? It might just be that. So it's going to be very, very, very interesting here. All right. I've taken a few breaks. Sometimes you need a break. Absolutely. Absolutely. 200 yesterday. Like there's a 201 there. Imagine. I'll never say names. I'll never say names. Check like USD CAD. Oh, look at this. Where is Sofiso? Sofiso asked the question yesterday about exhaustion. Sofiso asked the question about exhaustion. Guys, my memory, I try to keep it intact so that when I see it, we can mention it. Are we together? So we got to have a lot of superfoods, a lot of water, so that we can have a good memory, yeah? Exhaustion. Sofiso, my friend, look at that. How many days of green? I've been saying this even last week. Many days of green, we need some red. That red is happening right now. Live price showing it right there. Does it make sense, everybody? Remember, analysis is what you follow in your mentors. It's easy to go and look at profits. People can remember, they can do video edits. They can put live in there when it's a demo. They can crop it out the way together. You want to follow someone's analysis. Is everybody clear? You want to go and back test what they're saying. If I said to Sofiso, this is the signs of exhaustion, and a red candle never forms, he has the right to say, Ashley, you're full of nonsense. Are we together? Is everybody clear there? If you put something out there and someone tests it, you put it out there publicly, and someone tests it now, are we together? They have every right to call and say, hey, man, my friend, I'd rather call you privately, not public. I'll just say, hey, hey, that red thing you're talking about, Ash, I don't know, my friend. So here we see the exhaustion. Exhaustion. Ash, how do you protect yourself from that? Know what you're talking about. How do you protect yourself? Know what you're talking about. Are we together, everybody? Here we see exhaustion. Let's conclude. We see exhaustion. This is another weakness in the dollar that we see possible for today. So now we're counting all the guys that are pro-dollar. Show us your analysis. Vase, Mark Vase. Are we together? We are showing you the weaknesses we see. I wish I was with you guys face to face. My word. I told you we'll be running on the tables. AUD USD. We'll give it to the pro dollars here. Are we together? We are exhausting. Look at this, exhaustion. Now let's go and compare it. USD CAD, we're already going past 2 candles here. Look at the detail. We're going past 2 candles or approaching the second candle here from the top. Now look at the AUD USD. Only the one. Do you see the detail there? Mr. W, it's pouring here. Like it's pouring. I don't know what part of Gauteng or Pretoria you in. Oh, it's pouring. Okay, it's pouring by me. Love it. So look at this. Exhaustion, we're going to give this one to the guys that are pro-dollar. It seems to be holding a little bit. Keywords, little bit. All right, Tabo, one more time, little bit. So we're going to see. We're just going to move on, swiftly. Let's just move on. GBP, USD, look at the daily here. I'll definitely look at this. Dollar was strong yesterday. We made profits here. We capitalized on the strong dollar. You guys know that. It smashed, as the guys would say. I heard that term that was about maybe a month ago or so, smashed TP, or 2 months ago, I smashed the TP, smashed. So this smashed the TP. I'd rather prefer hit the TP or reach the TP. Are we together? So the dollar increased, but we could see a bounce coming here in favor of us that is against the dollar today. All right. And we are still in that specific pivot. So that's what I'm saying. In that pivot, we could get a nice bounce here first, move up back to the high of that pivot point, which is at the 113 area there. Everybody clear? Yeah, look, those are percentages. They change a lot, EJ. Are we together? It's now 11 minutes after 10. Are we together? So we have, more than 12 hours still to go. So those ones, they can change. It can change in advancement. It can change to 2% weakening. It is possible. Are we together with a balance coming in there? All right. Now smash is aggressive. Well, was it not aggressive? Let's look at this. Was this aggressive, guys? It was pretty aggressive. This was an aggressive one, yeah, yesterday. That was our entry there. So we entered at 15 minutes after 10. Well, that was the entry. And then at 2:30. Do you guys see that? That's what you call a beautiful intraday trade. Everybody with me there? Woo, let's give Cheryl a round of applause there. Brilliant. 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 We love it. Anyone else that wants to share that? Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. So we are okay with that NZD USD. Aha. Cheryl, you asked a question yesterday. Yes, on NZD USD. I remember you said, but Ash, you and Jethro, you guys were on this 57,000. Jeth wants to sell it after 57,000. Laik he'll support me here. He was here. He saw it. Teresa, were you here? You saw it. The flat numbers. It's Jeth with the flat numbers there. All right. Cheryl asked a question. Ash, don't you think we could bounce back up to 58? Let's give Cheryl a round of applause. She asked the question. And guess what? That was the bounce back to the pivot point high. Am I right there, Cheryl? It was the bounce to the pivot point, which we've been chatting about for some time. We said, respect these pivot points here, guys. Respect them. 5-8. It did push up and it's retraced. Now, the question is, are we going up further? So let's draw a little line here. Jeff, don't worry. We still have you covered, my friend. If it goes beneath 57,000 flat, we'll join you in that sell, my friend. All right, look at this. Look at this. This is our high. If we get a 12-hour candle or 8-hour or 6, I'm only sticking within these three, these 5 time frames here. Hold on. These 5 here. Well, not so not the monthly and the weekly, because this is intraday, it's today. The daily will be motivated by these 3 over here. So if we get a 12-hour that closes above 58351, guess what? Our summary, let me rather say our summation of whether we're going to get dollar strength or weakness is happening. Does it make sense? Are we together? Are we together? Where is Siyabonga? Is Siyabonga online? We gave credit yesterday. His rejection was beautiful. He saw it on a shorter time frame. Nicely done, Siyabonga. Today might just be the day that we go and get up to that 60. Are we together? This was the previous TP that we chatted about. So we're going to wait and see if that happens. Everybody clear? Can I move on? I think we're doing very well here, guys, by the way. USD JPY. Ha. Ha. Where's the guys? Where's the pro dollars? Where are they? Where's the fence sitters? Are you sure you don't want to get off the fence? We had about 5 of them here today. 5, about 5 or 6 of them. Are you sure you don't want to get off that fence here? I'm just asking. I'm asking the question. All right. Yeah, we should have a trade of the week, yo. Yeah, I like that, Laik. I like that. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. All right. So, guys, anyone else? Anyone else that wants to get off the fence or change from pro dollar to weak dollar? Yeah. Is there anyone who wants to change? All right. I'm convinced. All right, the dollar. All right. Okay. So we brought one on board. I'm just making a tick there. Is there anyone else? I'm making a tick so I can count and say how many guys we managed to convince. All right, we got another one there. Anyone else? We got 2. Anyone else wants to join? Ruan is convinced. Number 3. All right, Heinrich, you say you out, but where are you? Where are you? Are you weakness or you? Jared, number 4. All right, anyone else? Number 5. Oh my word. Oh my word, this is beautiful. Number 6, Divan. All right, beautiful. Anyone else? Anyone else? Kudzai, did you change? Did you change? Wait, you must tell us. Gerard, is that a change, Big G? Tell us, tell us. EJ, was that a change? Just let us know because we want to count the ticks. All right, it's a tick there. All right, 7. This is crazy. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people. Number of perfection, number of completion. All right, this is very interesting. Oh my word, this is very interesting. I like EJ. You know, he's always using these nice terms, advancing and from unsure to more probable. I love it. Clive asked there, Ash, don't you think it's just a pullback before NFP? Clive, it's a possibility, but remember, we are leaning towards a view. The view is dollar weakness. So if it goes in the opposite, at least we stood on something. Does it make sense? Remember, we must do away and cut the people that are lukewarm. Cut them. The relief, let your yes be yes and let your no be no. Woo! Did you guys hear that? Did you guys hear that? All right, let's go. So guys, remember, what's also important here, please note this. Please note this. That was a big one there, Uncle Sean. What's important to note is this pivot point here, okay? Can you see this one here? Right there. So what's important to note, it's testing it. It's testing it right now. All right. Yes, that was. It's testing. Let's look. 30 has not passed through there. 50, 20 is not. 15 is not. Wow, look at the test. But I like this, like, don't you like this? You know why I like it? You know why I like that? Because of the wick. I like the wick. It's standing on a flimsy support. Remember, I spoke to you guys about flimsy supports. I said to you, what makes a strong support? Do you guys remember that? Let's see if the guys remember. What makes a good support? A strong, solid support. Who remembers? Who remembers? Who remembers? Who remembers? What makes a nice, let's give Cheryl a round of applause there. Candles. Remember, Jeff, in terms of momentum, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Are we together? But we're just referring to what makes a good support, all right, when you're looking for the break. If there's a lot of candles that's formulated, a nice bulky support, are we together? It's like cement blocks that's put there. So it needs a lot of money to push through. But if you see a little wick like this, can you see that? When you see a small little wick, flimsy wick like that, it's not strong enough. Is everybody with me there? Is everybody with me there? All right, let's push. Let's push. Let's go on. So we leave USD JPY. It's giving us some good strength in the yen against the dollar. And here we have something similar. Oof. This one is tricky. Ooh, this one is tricky. You see the zones here, there. Ah, yeah, okay. All right. So guys, this is very tricky here. We could see if the dollar weakens. Weakens, yes, apologies. Thought I was on the wrong side of the fence there for a second. We could see that happening. Back up to that zone there, which is in alignment with this area here. All right, so remember, we look at left and we try to sculpt out what could happen. Now look at that zone there, which is also made the same support. That's very important to note. All right, there's support. Can you see that zone there? All right, look at that area there. Can you see that? Are we together? So there's a very, 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 very big possibility that we could pan out. See you, Jeff. Yes, we are going to go through that now. All right, we're done with the dollar pairs. We'll go to that now. Okay. Is everybody clear with Euro USD? Yeah, have a good one there, Jeff. Enjoy the bright place in the weather. All right. All right, let's move, guys. I'm going to go to GBP CAD now. GBP CAD. Ooh. Ooh. Who's in here? Who's in here? Looking beautiful. There's the levels, 5117. 5117. And I also want you to look at something. Look at the zone there. We went over the finish line. And this thing just shot down. Look at that. It's absolutely beautiful. Yeah. And once again, look what happened just before the finish line. What did I say to you about the finish line? Anything can happen. So here you saw there's more buyers here. Ash, how do you know there was more buyers? Well, you can look at volumes. There's a couple of ways, but from a technical angle, just to look at the wide space there. Look at that. And then look at this area here. Can you guys see this? So there was more buyers, but Henny, once again, remember I said between there and there, anything can happen. Remember? Now check that out. Just before we get to that area, we come down, boom, right? And then we stay down, crossing the finish line, test, and then we fall. Guys, be very careful. Yes, this is for a short. And what's very important about this here in the 4 hour, if you go back, look, where's my TP? Hold on. Can you see where it is there? That zone there. Can you see it there? Right there. All right, everybody clear? I think this is pretty straightforward. We're going to go to the Euro JPY next. That was a short there. That was the short for yesterday. All right. Is everybody clear with this one? Let me just confirm everybody's 100%. We still see the downside. Very good signal. Are we together? And we're just taking it till there. All right. Let's go to Euro JPY. Yes. Euro JPY. Euro JPY. Guys, we took a risk yesterday. Would you guys agree? We took a risk yesterday. And we placed our stop loss at that area there. And we said, this is a risky one. Now, so far, it's looking beautiful. Are we together? But remember, we based this on various things. We looked at the other yen pairs. Are we together? We looked how they were falling. Which ones fell first? USD, JPY fell very hard. That was Wednesday already. All right. AUD, JPY. Are we together? Laik, you may reference there. You went along, but it went short there. Yes, so you changed. Are we together? Made it up. Are we together with the GBP USD, GBP NZD? We had 2 trades yesterday in the trading room that was risky as well. Are we together? We had the GBP USD, which smashed the TP. We had a GBP NZD that also went to the TP. We then went into the Euro JPY for another short. This was the third one, Cheryl. And then we said, guys, remember, we could have made, we made profits in 2 trades. The third one, you could find that you make a loss, and then you've lost all that money that you made up. Does it make sense? And so, Cheryl, I do remember you saying you're going to stay out of this one here. You mentioned that this one is not appealing, right? Now, can you see the risk that was in that? Sometimes when you take the risk, it can pan out. This was an aggressive one. aggressive in a sense that we saw where the price was. Look at the price there. We were in here. Look at the exhaustion. Look at this candle here. This thing could have pushed up and kicked us out. Does that make sense, guys? Remember the exhaustion. Look at that. This was yesterday now. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 straight hours. When were we in the trading room, guys? From here, roughly around there, this area. It pushed down, 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 down. We left the trading room at 11, roughly around here. Can you see this? That's where price was. Then we got back into the trading room at 4 p.m. Remember that? So let's go there. Look what happened at 4 p.m. Look what happened at 4. So this was a risk. This was the 4 p.m., the hourly candle there. What if the next one looked like this? Cool. What if this one looked like this? And then, boom, boom, boom. Do you see that, everybody? What if it looked like that? That was the risk that we were willing to take. And it boils down to that question. Once you've analyzed it, are we together, guys? Is everybody with me? Once you have put together all of your stuff, it goes back to the question, are you willing to take the risk? Whether it's a short-term aggressive trade, whether it's a little bit more long-term conservative trade, the question still boils down to, are you willing to take the risk? Is everybody with me? Everybody clear? Now, can I please conclude on this and say there are people that are licensed out there that take the risk on your behalf? Are we together? Meaning that they take your funds that you invest with them, they take that risk on your behalf. Does that make sense, everybody? And they're licensed to take that risk on your behalf. But when it comes to what we're doing here, that risk falls on your shoulders. Does that make sense? It falls on your shoulders. So you have to be prepared. Never ever say, if you're trading in this manner, the way we are trading like this, retail trading, derivative style, in this specific way, on this platform, all right, guys, you should never ever ask someone else, what do you think, should I take this risk? You should know why you're taking the risk. And to get to that place where you know, you must be informed. Is everybody clear with that? You must be educated. Otherwise, you will look for someone else to tell you. That's a fact. All right. So let's push on now. Let's push on now. We are okay. We are still in this one. We still see the downside. I'm going to just go and have a look at the GBP NZD again. All right. Everybody clear? Enjoy. Hey, guys, listen here. We went to 76 from 50, just so you know. That's brilliant. Eh? From 50 to 76. That's actually really good. So here's our TP. Can I please give you a new one if you are interested? If you are interested for another short here. Another short. You don't necessarily take this trade now. You can monitor. But what I want you to look at is the following. We are past. We need to pass this zone here. There's two areas I'm going to give you, okay? There's two areas I'm going to give you here. All right, here we go. You also want to join. Tell them to join. All right. Head and shoulder, yes, Tabo. That's exactly why we had that in. Guys, here is the exit, but here's the breakout area. Now, there's two options. There's one for the conservative guy, and there's one for the aggressive guy. Aggressive in this sense, meaning want to enter at a much earlier entry, which is at 9.2 right there. 92728. Please write that down for me. That's the first area. That's for the guy that wants to enter a little bit higher, that he doesn't really care where the price will go up again from the side, not necessarily looking for too much accuracy. Are we together? 92 or 1.92728. Now, please also note that entry is 73 pips away from the more conservative entry, 73 pips away. That could be a day's wait or half a day's wait. All right. So 92 or 1.92728 is the first entry. That's option 1. Second option is to enter beneath 1.91977. So first option, enter beneath 1.92728. Second option, enter below 1.91977. The exit remains the same for both trades. The exit remains the same because from there to there is 300 pips. From there to there is about 269. I can run a risk and reward. It will be pendings though. It will be pendings. Ash is pending orders. Great. It depends on the person that's using them. There are pros and cons to everything in life. A pending order might activate and then push the other direction and then hit your stop loss, then come back down again. So what I'm doing here is I'm giving you more focused entry points. Are we together? It's more focused, it's more streamlined, it's a little bit more accurate. They're just entering on any pending, because a pending order can be anywhere. Is everybody clear with that? It can be anywhere. So the first pending order at that area there, that's the first option, TP 1.89326. Everybody with me? Stop loss 1. That's not it. I'm going to bring it down. $1.94301. That's a possible stop loss there. Yes, Fiso, the exit there. Heinrich, Fiso's given it there, 1.89326. That's the first option. That's the pending there. But remember, price doesn't mean you're going to go into that exact place. But in ask, remember, it works with the next best price available. That's the first one. Let's go to the second pending. All right. I'm telling you, Tebo, it was beautiful. Yes. The second one there, 1.91. Are we together? That's the second one there. 1.92 and 1.91. TP stays the same. Stays the same. Just the short or the stop loss here is going to be different. Stop loss there is about 1.93363. 1.93363. 1.93363. Yes, that would be preferred. That would be preferred. Did you see the risks that we took on an hour, an hour and a 15-minute yesterday with the GBP USD? That risk we're not taking with this one. There's more pips available here. So we don't need to take that amount of risk on a 15-minute. When it's shorter distances, you can use shorter time frames. Are we together? Because a shorter distance, like 60 pips, if you use a daily frame as a confirmation, you're not going to get the 60. Now you might only get 40 because it still needs to close at midnight. So that is an intraday trade, just like we did yesterday. All right. And what I love about what we're doing in the trading room, we're showing diversity. We're not just dealing with daily candle closes. We're dealing with 15-minute closes, 1-hour closes as well. So people can see that it is definitely possible to be making money intraday. You can. You can. Are we together? Is everybody with me? All right. Can I please give you another option here? Another option for a slightly more aggressive move. More aggressive. More aggressive. I'm going to take this off. I'm going to give you a more aggressive stance. Okay. Are you guys ready? And I want you to Can you see this, guys? If you get a close, can you see 1.92728? 1.927, that's the first one there. So the aggressive trade here, the exit is 1.90998. Aggression now. If you get a close, we're going to go to the candle close where you can look for a specific entry, but look at the TP. From there to there is about 174 pips now. All right, so this is slightly more aggressive. From or beneath 1.92728, you long it down. All right, so look for a candle between the 1 and the 4 hour, preferably 3 or 4, but at least you want to get a nice solid candle beneath. All right, so look at the 4 hour there, look at the 3 hour, look at the 2 hour. Nothing is beneath there. Can you see what I mean by that? All the hourly candles are still rejecting. So what am I saying? An hourly break and close beneath the rejection is a brilliant place to enter. This is more aggressive. This is far more aggressive. This is like the GBP USDs. This is the GBP NZDs. Does it make sense? So this is aggressive. And all I did was I just slashed that area in half. That's all I did. Now, if I go back, looking for 90,998. Let's go back and see if there's anything there. There. There it is right there. Can you see it? Hold on. 90,998. Can you see the zone here? It's just before the pivot point there. There, it's just before. Let's see if there's anything else. 19,998. Just beneath. Ah, look at that. Look at that. Look at the accuracy there. That, the 19th of August. Isn't that brilliant? That's absolutely fantastic. The bone collector says, I can see trading, you need to work hard. Yes. Yeah. You have to put the work in, yeah? You gotta. You don't put the work in, forget it. Forget it. That's a very respectful and humble statement, all right? Are we together, guys? So here we are, spot on, right there, 99.98. Everybody clear? This is an aggressive one. This is an aggressive one. So please do your risk and reward. Make sure your risk is good. All right. Do not, if you have 1,000 Rand or 5,000, don't put 3/4 of your money in there. All right, everybody. If you have 10 grand, do not put 8,000, 7,500 or 8,000 Rand in there. Do not do that to yourself, especially over the weekend. My word. You won't enjoy the braai vleis, because it's nice to braai when it's this weather under a nice roof and you're braaiing. Are we together? You won't enjoy that choppy. Are we together, everybody? You will not. You'll curse it. Can we move? All right, GBP CAD swing. GBP CAD swing. Well, we're still pushing down. So not yet there, because we're still in for a short 5117. Okay. Is everybody clear there, guys? I just want to go to gold. I want to see what's happening with gold. Oh, my word. Look at this, guys. If we get a push up here today, oh, I'm back again. I'm back again. I'm just putting the weaknesses in there. We have 10 people. Anyone else, the 11th here, that wants to come over to the light side. I'm just, who wants to come over to, to the light? It's gonna be interesting, like we're gonna have to swallow our words on Monday, we're gonna, if it has to go the other, we're gonna have to be very humble, and we're gonna have to please explain to all the 10 people that came over to the light. We're gonna have to explain, and I'm gonna put Laik in first. You'll do the intro. I'll just come in and fill in, after that. All right. But what's very interesting here, guys, gold seems to have found a bit of support. Ash, give us a little bit more. When you say it's found a bit of support, well, let's go to shorter time frame. Let's go and see if there's anything that's working in our favor here for the guys that are, just wear the shirt and the tie, my friend. Let's see if there's something working in our favor. Well, first and foremost, look at this gold here. And remember, this correlates beautifully with the dollar. That looks like a beautiful double bottom, if you want to put it that way. Nice double bottom. Look at that. Look at this. I'm just taking this off here, guys, because I don't want us to distract. Let me just take this off. Sorry for the previous analysis. Let's just take that off. All right, so we hit that nice area there. And let's go further down and see if there's anything else that's standing. Let's do this. So that zone, look at that candle there. Ooh, we're way above there for the week. Look at this, guys. Isn't this nice? Isn't that great? So let's draw another area there. Can you see where we are? We are above that zone. All right. 4-hour candle also, 6 hours busy. The daily is moving there, the 12. Okay, so at 12 o'clock, we're going to see. Let's look at the hour real quick. All right, I think we might have found our chart here. Laik, Henny, I think we might have found our chart. All the guys that came over to the light, this might be our chart here, the 1 hour to track. Please make a note. Watch the gold chart 1 hour when the NFP comes out, because gold. That's funny, man. That's a good one. This wick could be corrected today. Can you guys see that? So to all the guys that are still over there in what did you call that land in Lion King, where the hyenas were, in Elephant Graveyard? Whoever is still at Elephant Graveyard, make sure you get to the Pride Lands. It's very important, That's a very good question there. That's a very good question. That is 188 pips. That's nothing for the NFP. That's nothing. Are we together? This thing can push 300 pips, 400 pips easily with fundamentals. So, guys, remember, I want to conclude with this. We are predicting daily movement today, not today, not for Monday. We are talking about today. Are we together? So we're predicting, we've analyzed, we're seeing dollar weakness. There's some that's still in the Elephant Graveyard. That's okay. Remain there until 2:30. We're going to see how it goes. But we're predicting intraday movement, early afternoon NFP, for the dollar to weaken a little bit, stay down in that 112 area, and then perhaps next week pop up. We are still pro-dollar overall. We like the dollar, great. But for today only, we're saying possible weakness. Everybody clear? And that is a trend in a trend. That's what we're basically doing. We're looking at intraday movements in an overall trend. That's what we've done here. That's it. That's from me, guys. Brilliant session. All right. Brilliant session. Great laughter, great response rate. We were brilliant today. It's going to be very interesting this afternoon. And I look forward to Monday to not explain and not put Laik in the intro there. The price there is 1669. Do you see what we're saying there now, Henny? It's doable, isn't it so? It's doable when you look at that price. We're still in the 16 area, or the 1645, 1669. It's definitely doable. All right. So guys, Monday, please have a good weekend. Enjoy the rain. Are we together? It will be at 2:30, I believe. 2:30, I believe. Guys, also remember the 6th, that is on Sunday. You have daylight savings kicking in. So the US markets will then open 1 hour later. Are we together at 4:30? It happens every year. Are we together, everybody? Change of seasons, etc. All right. You're welcome, guys. You're so welcome. Absolutely, absolutely brilliant. You guys you make it easier, yeah? And let's give it up for Cheryl, Trader of the Week. Trader of the Week. All right, let's give it up for Cheryl, Trader of the Week. You can, Felix, my friend, if you'd like to, if you don't feel comfortable in them. Remember, it's all subjective. It all goes back to your analysis. If you don't feel confident, you shouldn't even get into that specific trade, okay? You shouldn't get in there. All right? You shouldn't. If you don't feel 100%, don't even get in. All right? That's my recommendation. There's nothing wrong with dipping the toes in and feeling, if it's cold or whatever, but do risk adjustments, do small risks, or take small risks if you're not confident 100%. All right. All right. Enjoy it, guys. Enjoy the Chisanyama. I don't think there's any load shedding. All right, I'll check it out. That's probably double. All right, I'll check it out. All right. You're welcome, guys. All the guys on YouTube as well, please join us in the trading room. If you have not joined us, and I'll see everybody next week. All right. The GBP NZD entries. All right, I'll do that. Not a problem. Let's quickly go and do the GBP NZD. No, that's not the one. All right, so here we have an aggressive one here. Aggressive one, hourly frames closing beneath 92728. 1.92728. All right, and then exit 1.90998. All right, only with the close beneath. We need a candle to fall beneath there first before we do anything. Okay, we don't go in unless we see a candle, preferably a 4-hour. That would be much better than an hour. Honestly, a 4-hour would be much better than an hour. Much better. All right, and then we have the second option, less aggressive, below 1.92728, but the TP is 1.89326. All right, 1.89326. That's the second option, less aggressive than the first one I mentioned. And the third one is more conservative, far more conservative than the first two. It is a daily close beneath 1.91977, but the TP remains the same at 1.89326. That's the more conservative one. Now remember, out of these three, the first one was an hourly time frame close. All right, hourly time frame or 4-hour, those are nice because it's more aggressive. The latter, the two remaining, we want a daily close. So a daily beneath 92728 and a daily beneath 1.91977. Not the hourlies there. Not even leave the minutes alone completely. Leave the minutes alone. We're only dealing with the hours and the days here. All right. You have it there, Gerard? It's at 2:30, yes. Sell stop, I'll say it again. Pending orders, you can use them, but if it activates and it goes the opposite direction, you can scream. Are we together? So So this is not sell stop. This is entries, market execution. So you got to watch the price. All right, at market execution, the moment that the candle closes, that becomes the entry there, because the sell stop, if you really put that in, you can, but if it does, like I said, activate and push the other way, you can wake up to a big problem. Okay. All right, everybody. I'll see you guys on Monday. Have a good one. Ciao, ciao. Ciao, ciao, guys. All right.